Hi, welcome back to the channel. This week there's a little bit of a spooky focus given it's Halloween. So I want to add a bit of a spooky, menacing kind of a pad or a drone or whatever you want to call it to this track. And for this I'm going to use Vital. But before I do that, let's just have a listen to what we currently have in this section of the track. So you can hear halfway through we've got that vocal kind of a breath thing, and then at the end we've got this kind of a riser, again kind of a vocally thing. So I want kind of a spooky pad kind of thing to sit underneath all of that. So let's add a trusty Vital, and then we're going to call it spooky. Track is in D sharp. Let's just start with 2 bars for the moment, just while we work. Let's just turn also down here, it's quite loud. There we go. Now the first thing we're going to do is essentially a bit of a cheat code for any Atmos, and that is, I already have delay on, let's turn that off for now. But then reverb, let's just crank that baby all the way up. Increase the time, increase the size also just a bit, we might come back to that. And then next we're going to use one of these awesome morph modes that Vital has. Let's try, first I'm going to try random amplitudes. And I explained this in a previous video, but I'm just going to do it again in case you don't know how this works. Let's add an EQ. If I turn random amp down, so we just have a saw, and play this back, you can see a typical saw with all the harmonics, like so. But if we turn the random amplitude up, then what it does, it randomizes each one of these harmonics. And as soon as you add the reverb behind it, like what we did initially, we instantly have these kind of haunting tones, or the basis for these haunting tones. Turn the unit, the voices up. Bit of fine tuning, we could stop there, but let's keep going. Obviously I was modulating that manually, so we don't want to do that. Let's add a random to that. The Perlin mode is obviously 2-stepped, as you can see. Sample and hold is the same, we don't want that because that's stepped also. So let's try sine interpolate. And then when we turn down the range, so sine interpolate is a little bit more of a gradual slope. But let's go then to our matrix and we can go to our mod remap. And then if we turn this down, that adds a bit more of a gradual slope to it. While we're here, let's right click on this one and do make stereo. So, or you could just click on the mod matrix up here. So now we have 2 modulations going, one for the left and one for the right. Let's now add a second random onto the pitch. We just want just a touch of this. Once again, sine interpolate. And then we'll choose a similar rate. Maybe 2/1 for this. filter on. Analog is fine. Let's make it more of a high pass though. Not fully, just open it up just a little bit. And let's add a random 3. Put that on there. Sign interpolate. This one, let's do 1/1. And you guessed it, right click stereo. Let's go back to random 2 and then we'll put random 2 on the resonance. So you can hear that we've got that spooky kind of vibe going on. But let's see what we can do with the effects now. Let's go over to them. I still have delay turned off and I'll leave it that way for the moment. In the meantime, let's add a filter first. And we'll put this on comb. Let's try that. Ensure the mix is at 100%. Now we've got those really high-pitched moments. So let's add a random 1 to that on the resonance. And now I'm going to turn on delay. Mix up quite a bit. Now what I want the delay to catch those high frequency peaks and then make them ring out. Add a bit of clipping after that, just to keep it a bit under control. So it's getting there, sounding quite like what we want. I still think the peaks need to be a bit more tamed. So let's put the compressor after the reverb. And that will obviously maintain the tails, but it will keep the entire sound under control. Let's just try it before. No, let's keep it after. I like it after. So you've got that really nasty chalkboard feeling now, which is exactly what you want from kind of a horror, spooky sound. Let's just make sure I have this curve set so it's not abrupt. I'm going to drop that down a bit on my randoms, on my sine interpolates. And then the final thing we can do is go into advanced and we can play with these unison mode here. Let's just add random 3 to that, because why not? And then we'll do the same for the others. I don't know, that sounds pretty cool to me. So let's now extend this to 4 bars like we had earlier, which was there. And then drag that out, so I think it was to 41. And then we'll loop this entire section. I think that's working. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it useful on this spooky Halloween, and I hope to see it in one of your tracks soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.